Alright, boys, I'm gonna vent for a little bit. Let me vent for a little bit. These past 2 weeks have been insanely stressful because I've had a child and I've been in and out the hospital and I've had to play catch up with these leagues and it has not been fun. I've had to prep these teams so quickly and this team is no exception. This team's actually probably the team that I've had the least time to prep, unfortunately. It has been insanely stressful trying to play catch up for all these leagues and I'm still gonna be a week behind after this game. And it's not fun, man. It's not fun. And I want to just go ahead and apologize to those of you that watch these team builders that my play has probably not been the best and my teams have definitely not been the best. It is definitely because of real life circumstances, and obviously real life comes first, but I still put a lot of pride in my videos and the quality of my play, and obviously that has been lacking a little bit the last couple of weeks. So if you didn't know, if you missed the community post or whatnot, it is because I've had a child in and out the hospital. It's been a whole lot, man, and I've still been trying to get these out for you guys because I still really enjoyed this, but it's been stressful for sure. My little vent session out of the way. We're facing Dell this week. Dell's a good friend of mine who you can check out in the top right hand corner in BBR. He's out of the playoffs. If we win this, we're in playoffs. We have to win one of our next 2 games to guarantee make playoffs. It's still possible if we lose both, though very unlikely. So we have to come in, we have to give Dell a good game, and we have to win the game. And I'm gonna be honest, gonna be all on the back of Spanky this week. We're actually facing our walking weight that we gave away earlier. Dell's gonna be facing his Chi-Yu that he gave away earlier in the season. So it's gonna be a good one, man. Hopefully it's fun and hopefully the team functions as it's supposed to. Dell's team is gonna be that walking wake that we gave away. Lander's Therian that is going to be Terra Flying and Terra Fairy, Rotom Wash, Florges, Lycan Dusk, Azelf, Galarian Moltres, Copperajah, Torkoal, and Skuntank. As far as the Pokemon that give us a lot of trouble, Walking Wake can get out of hand if he gets some predictions right, but that's the nature of Walking Wake. If he doesn't get predictions right, we have Quagsire, we have Grimmsnarl, we have Terra Fairy or Water Annihilape, and we have Glowking, who is just a fat Spadafmon, and his life is a little bit difficult with the Walking Wake. To do a real amount of damage to us, he's going to have to be choice specs with the speed boosting, just in case we are choice scarf on that Chi-Yu, and outspeed our potential Weavile, which does massive damage to that Pokemon. The Walking Wake probably going to be choice specs in this matchup, but if he even brings it, to be completely honest, I wouldn't be shocked if he didn't bring it, or if he brings some sort of physical set. Landorus is definitely a threat, but the lack of both Rock Polish and things like Knockoff are going to make it a lot worse in this specific matchup. We have both Zapdos and Bronzong, meaning that Pokemon is just significantly worse in the matchup. As far as a Terra goes, he's probably going to be Terra Fairy, although Terra Flying does make some sense. Neither are super great types into me. It would be more so Fairy if he wants to be more defensive, Flying if he wants to be more offensive. Rotom Wash is a good Pokemon, but not in this matchup. I don't really see it coming. It gets completely walled by Quagsire now that it doesn't get toxic, and it just doesn't make a ton of sense to come in my opinion. But he could bring it as a pivot. Florges is probably going to be AV to switch into Chi-Yu. Lycanroc Dust could be a cool Endeavor lead, but Annihilape stops that pretty handedly. Azelf can definitely be annoying with that. Specifically, the speed tier makes it super annoying, but we have ways to deal with it with things like Slowking and Bronzong. Galar is probably the Pokemon that I am the most scared of on his entire roster. It's just very difficult for specifically the team that I'm bringing to break. If he's a Rest Talk, Nasty Plot, Fiery, Wrath set, it's very hard for us to deal with, but at the same time, we have 3 Dark types, so I don't necessarily think that he would be that set. Copperajah and Skuntank Blow, I don't think either come in this matchup, and then Torkoal would only come if it's to support the Walking Wake, and then we can abuse some potential Spike Stack. Our first Pokemon and the main way that we have to win this game is going to be Spanky the Annihilape. We're going to be Rest Talk, Bulk Up, and Rage Fist, a very, very standard set, and we are going to be Defiant because Lando guarantee has to be Intimidate, which means we are guaranteed +1 anytime that Lando comes in on us. Both Terra Fairy and Terra Water make some sense in this matchup, but I opted to be Terra Water because some boosted Hydro Steams can get extremely out of hand. So Terra Water is going to help us mitigate that. Rest Talk is going to be fantastic in this matchup. Of course, he has no normal type, so Rage Fist is going to be super powerful, and then we're going to be Spadef with Bulk Up, much like every other week, so we can take the hits on the special side as well as bulk up our physical side and push past pretty much anything on his team. This is a really good Pokemon. There are very few things that can stop us. It's like Taunt Gmult, Taunt Azelf, Taunt Lycan Dusk, and that's pretty much it. Oh, and I guess Lando T gets Taunt now, but it doesn't really want to switch in on us anymore, especially because of the fact that it gives us a +1 boost. We're 224 HP, 16 attack, 244 Spadef with a careful nature and 24 speed. We can outspeed a 12 speed Lander's Therian. We can lift 2 Hurricanes from the Galarian Moltres, and then we put the remaining into our attack stat. This is easily the best win con in the matchup. It is going to be kind of difficult to get bulk ups off depending on what brings taunt, but if certain things aren't taunt, bulk up can be pretty easy and Rage Fist can get out of hand pretty quickly. The whole idea of this team is to enable our Annihilape to win, so our next Pokemon is going to be the premier enabler for our Annihilape. It's going to be Rinky Dinky, the Grimmsnarl, Light Screen and Reflect with Light Clay, as well as Foul Play and Spirit Break. He doesn't have any great ways to remove our screens. He has Psychic Fangs on Lycanroc Dusk, as well as Brick Break on Lycanroc Dusk, and I believe that's it. I think Azoth might get Brick Break. Outside of those two potential options, he doesn't get another way to remove our screens, which is going to be fantastic. Going to allow Annihilape to get up some free bulk ups. And then we're Foul Play and Spirit Break. Foul Play to Foul Play the potential Landorus Therian if he is a Terra Flying, and then Spirit Break to lower the special attack and do decent damage to the Galarian Moltres. We are pretty much max special defense, and this is to live 2 Wake Hydro Steams if he is not Specs in the sun, and then we just put the rest into attack. This Pokemon is just here to get screens up, enable our Annihilape, and prevent the Walking Wake from locking into Draco. Our next Pokemon is going to be a familiar face for Dell. It's going to be our Chi-Yu. We're going to be Eject Pack with Overheat, Fire Blast, Dark Pulse, and Memento. This Pokemon is here because it does massive damage and he doesn't have a great resist on his side of the field, and is going to be able to take advantage of the Torkoal. We're going to be able to switch in on that Pokemon and click Overheat for free, Eject Pack, and potentially get into our Annihilape to set up later in the game. On top of that, it's one of the best ways that we have to break the Galarian Moltres with the team we're bringing, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. We have enough speed to outspeed the Lando T, and then we went max special attack, rest into HP, and this Pokemon again is just here to be a breaker. Our next Pokemon is going to probably be our guaranteed lead depending on the 6 that he brings. We have Bronzong with Stealth Rock, Trick Room, Gyro Ball, and Nightshade. This is our immediate check to the Landorus Therian because we are not bringing Zapdos this week. Stealth Rock is going to be crucial because it forces a Rapid Spin on his side of the field. Trick Room can be clutch because he has a lot of very fast threats on his side of the field that we can take advantage of with Trick Room potentially. Gyro Ball does massive damage to a lot of his team in Nightshade, and Nightshade's our best way to hit things like the Walking Wake. Gyro helps specifically versus the Lando and even a potential Agility Moltres. We're leftovers for longevity, and we're 240 HP, 76 defense, and 192 SPDF with a relaxed nature. This allows us to live a Landorus Therian Earthquake after rocks if we get smacked down, and then we put the rest into special defense. This is going to be our physical answer, things like Lycanroc Dusk, Lando T. This is going to be the Pokemon for that. Next up, we have Glowking, Pants 2, Chilly Reception, Slack Off, Sludge Bomb, and Ice Beam with the Sugar Berry. Sludge Bomb plus Ice Beam takes care of Lando no matter what Terra type he is going to be, and Chilly Reception cancels out the sun and switches us out into whatever Pokemon we want to go into, and we're minimum speed to take advantage of that. This is also another potential lead if we don't see the Lando, or even if we do see the Lando, we can potentially catch it off guard. Slack Off for longevity. We have 248 HP, 32 defense, 132 special attack, and 96 special defense with a sassy nature. We can Oko a Landorus Therian Fairy with Sludge Bomb. We can live 2 sun boosted, non-booster, or Specs Hydro Steams after rocks, and then we put the rest into defense. And Glowking is pretty much like a glue piece in this matchup. It pretty much lives any one hit, does massive damage to whatever is on the other side of the field. The only reason this might not be a lead is if Lycanroc is led. It'll be a little bit sketchy because this would be led to catch the Torkoal off guard, in which case we probably just want to lead Chi-Yu anyway. But overall, this Pokemon is going to do really well and hopefully can catch the Landorus Therian off guard. This Pokemon is also capable of taking advantage of Trick Room later in the game if need be. And then lastly, I bounced between Quagsire and Weavile for quite a while, but we are going to end up going with Quagsire just to prevent Hydro Steam from being spammed. We are leftovers with Recover, Toxic Spikes, Earthquake, and Encore. I don't see Skuntank really ever coming in this matchup, especially because I have 3 dark types. So Toxic Spikes could prove to be useful, specifically if the Walking Wake is brought, because I don't anticipate him to be boots. We have Recover for longevity, Earthquake to break potential Walking Wake subs, and then Encore for potential Swords Dance Landorus as well as Nasty Plot Moltres. We're maxed with def to be able to take hits better from that Walking Wake because we do not appreciate Dracos, and that is going to be the primary function of Quagsire, and that is going to be the team. Guys, the whole point of the team is just to win with Annihilape. There is pretty much no other way we win this game. We have to win with Annihilape. It's going to be very tough for me to not be extremely tunnel vision on that if we have other ways to win the game, but I'm going to try my best, guys. I'm going to try my best to win with Spanky. Spanky should be spanking the hell out of Del this week. I'm sorry for that sexual innuendo, Del. And yeah, I'm sorry this team, again, is not super in-depth. Like I said in the beginning, it's been an extremely stressful couple of weeks. Hopefully we'll get back on track starting next week, because man, oh man, I could really use getting back on track. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Be sure to check out Del down in the description below. And for now, guys, this has been John Jr. signing off.